climate of the Earth is getting hotter, there's no doubt about it. The 20 warmest years on record have occurred since 1981, according to NASA. A main cause of climate change is greenhouse gases, found in car and factory emissions, among other things. We need to stop climate change before it's too late. It's not too late now, but it will be soon. The oceans have absorbed much of this increased heat, and the creatures that live there are suffering and dying.
Climate change greatly affects fisheries. Warmer temperatures cause fish to move and migrate to places outside of their regular habitats. Many fish move to colder waters or die because the water is too hot for them. An example of this is the winter flounder, whose population has decreased by over 10 million since 2001 as a result of climate change. Billions of fishery dollars are at risk from climate change. Local economies that rely heavily on fishing and fisheries could collapse. Many marine species could be wiped out. It's not too late to save many species of marine life from potential extinction. You can help save the fish by reducing your emissions and using fewer fossil fuel. Cut emissions and save the fishes!
Coral bleaching is what happens when climate change warms up coral reefs to a temperature too hot for the coral to live in. Because of the warm temperatures, the coral's pulps die and the pigments that give them their vibrant colors stop working, turning them white. Coral bleaching can kill off entire reefs of coral, leaving no home for the marine life who live there. If the coral bleaching continues, there will be no more coral reefs left in the world, and many fish will lose their homes and die.
Climate change is also happening right here in Southern California. Sea lions in particular are becoming victims of climate change. I discovered this firsthand when I went on a hike here at Point Dune. I saw 6 dead sea lions and even took some footage. About what's happening with the sea lions, I came here to the Channel Islands Marine and Wildlife Institute, or CIMWI, near Santa Barbara. I'm going to talk to one of the experts here to see if I can find out what's going on.
Let me grab this. So in 2013, we started seeing heightened numbers of stranded sea lions. And these animals were mostly pups and yearlings, so animals that were 6 to 7 months old and animals that were a year and a half-ish old. And what we found is that they came in and they were starving and they were lethargic on the beaches. So come on into the hospital. All right, so Alex, be careful. You can step in the foot bath, but you don't have to. It just has a little bit of disinfectant and water in it. This way, I'll give you a quick orientation to the hospital. The researchers have done a lot of looking into why this is happening. So what they found is that the ocean temperature is warmer. They don't know whether that's necessarily related to any anthropogenic, which means human-caused climate change, or if it's just the natural way that our weather cycles. Fish that the sea lions like to eat have gone further down into the ocean to deeper, cooler waters or further offshore. When the babies are born, the moms are having to leave for longer to go and forage for fish. So they're leaving their pups on the beach, so their pups are not getting nursed as often. So the pups aren't gaining the weight. So we have several ways of marking our animals because each animal is different and gets its own treatment plan. So let's see here. Who are you up front? My rainbow. So if you look on its head, we use a non-toxic grease crayon that's also non-permanent, and they get 3 colors on the top of their head. So this is red, orange, yellow. We always read from left to right. So sea lions are a sentinel species. They eat what we eat, and what's going on with them is an indicator of the health of our oceans. additional fossil fuels going into the air and increasing the hole in the ozone layer may be a factor in the ocean temperature warming and the extreme weather and weather changes that we've seen throughout the last few years. Currently at our facility here at Simwe, we have 24 California sea lions, 23 are pups, and 1 is a yearling animal. So each animal that comes in, it gets an exam and an evaluation, and it gets some starting medications that we give to most of the animals. It also gets some dextrose and some fluid subcutaneously, which helps get them out of their hypoglycemia, and it also helps rehydrate them. This sea lion stranding, it's definitely has a lot to do with El Nino. Every time we've had an El Nino, we have had heightened numbers of animals. This is still the ongoing unusual mortality event, which we abbreviate UME, but we expect it to get even worse as this year progresses because of the El Nino. All right, so follow us up to the pools.
The sea lions at first stay in the indoor hospital, and when they get healthier, they move to the outdoor pools.
So this is number 15. This is Van Gogh, and you can see its left ear is half missing.
Once they are deemed ready by Simwe's chief veterinarian, they are released near the Channel Islands. If you want to help the sea lions, please give your time or money to Simwe. How can you help stop climate change? Possible solutions include reducing car usage, making fewer products in factories, and using fewer fossil fuels. The clock is ticking, so let's work together to save marine life before it's too late.